Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arizona State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and then pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. Think about the Big 12 conference. It just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Green Wave offense heads onto the field for their first possession of the game. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a Packer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. He didn't see anyone open. He said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll try the run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Cook. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on a ton. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game, and a lot.
He smashes his way through again. He's up to 73 yards for them on the ground already in this 1st quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Back to throw. It's Cook. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for blockers. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Burns. Pulls it in. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And the Sun Devils want to move quickly. Motion from the offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Connors. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Liberty put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Flames had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. He now has 61 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Looking to throw, it's Burns. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're going to ride this running back. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Green Wave! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Tulane 21, Arizona State.
Here he comes from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
2nd down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Comes out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Connors. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to the air one more time. Catch in the middle. It's Connors. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down with a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any time in between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Got his man on the outside. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Tulane right back to the line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Burns. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Moving away from pressure. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Quarterback will audible. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tulane.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Arizona State.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his spot. And the returner will be brought down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They go to the ground. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
The Sun Devils will kick it away. The 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. He's got an open man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Give him 114 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Scanning the field, it's Burns. Still looking, on the move. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And the returner will be dragged down. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Grabbed over the middle. It's Potts. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back goes in motion. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Connors. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Cook. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looks for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery, and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the try is no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous.
35, Arizona State, 10.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He wants to throw here on second down. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun to give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Burns. They're working that left side. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. First down to start the drive after the break. Got it behind the line. It's Douglas. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. And off from the shotgun. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Powers forward. Touchdown, Green Wave. And the pummeling has started. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
42, Arizona State 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He'll start this drive firing.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Off the play fake on first down. Touchdown, Tulane! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first.
And he intercepts it. Touchdown, Green Wave. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but
Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch.
How about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first job. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
To throw, it's Cook. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And he's got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Lets it fly. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? A spectacular kickoff return. He was just a step or two away from housing it. They'll have it at the 9. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've been outstanding on 3rd down all day long, and they could use touchdown Green Wave. And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other. over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.